With Ethereum Classic giving us quite the rip your face off kind of rally, how close are we to invalidating our red pattern, which was calling for more downside? Well, things are not perfectly clear. So we're going to take a look at this chart right here. This is our short-term 30-minute linear chart. And we have ourselves a nearly 4% rally so far today. And well, while that's bullish, the shape is a little bit more dubious, to say the least. We had our bottom on January 22nd. So Ethereum Classic bottomed a little bit earlier than most other cryptos. And we have what may be 5 waves up. I know I got this 5-wave pattern drawn up. Maybe it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you see here, I'm actually going to delete that to make it a bit less cluttered. And well, it doesn't hit the standard Fibonacci's appropriately. We're actually looking like we broke right through the 1.618 extension slightly, which is typically as long as you would expect a C wave to go. So, and we've pulled back since. So I really want to see us consolidate and have one higher high closer to about $39 and then have a legitimate 3-wave corrective pullback as I'm going to draw right here. So maybe we go up here, down something like that. That would at least give us a proper 5 waves up and 3 waves down. However, it still wouldn't guarantee anything until we see a bit more bullish action. And as I always mentioned, I take all cryptos together because they all share a similar sentiment. They move together. So just one crypto breaking out doesn't necessarily indicate that we're done just yet. So this is the alternate pattern. I know it's pink. Our actual pattern is red. That's my primary. We're going to look at that in just a second, but this could easily be an ABC wave back up, which would be a corrective bounce, which would indicate that we're about to keel over and have a lower low. We're going to have to hold our support at right around 21.28. That was the low on January 22nd. If we go below that, very good chance that our green is invalidated and that we're going to have that lower low. So what does that look like in our big picture? This is our big picture logarithmic chart, daily view, long term. And you may recall that I had a purple second alternate or a third alternate pattern before, and I've taken that out just because it doesn't make much sense anymore. And that would have called for us having been complete with our third wave down in this larger C wave with a good bit lower to go. The Fibonacci performance just the Fibonacci proportions didn't quite fit with that. So I keep that as a distant third alternative. So it's not even on the chart right now. Right now, again, the red is primary. And that is basically saying that we had this huge blow-off rally in May of 2021, and that we are still in the middle of, well, not in the middle, but getting close to completing our larger second wave correction that started after that May 2021 top. And that would have us calling this the A wave, the bottom in the middle of summer. The entire rally is a B wave fake out rally. And well, we would be on our way to finishing what I'm calling the C wave pullback to complete the larger second wave. So where would I expect this to go? Well, we actually did pull back sharply enough that this could be convincingly the bottom. That's what the green pattern would have you believe. We've gotten deep enough. It's got the right shape and everything overall that it very well may be behind us and may be having 5 waves up. So this green pattern is gaining probability. Like I said, we need to see a 3-wave correction down and then the bounce back out over the top of that in order for us to confirm. Otherwise, the red pattern refuses to die. And well, Bitcoin and Ethereum, while they've broken off the upside, they also have questionable shapes within their rally structures. And they didn't get anywhere near their ideal retracement points, even the most conservative retracement points in the mid 20,000s range for Bitcoin. We didn't quite get there. And same with Ethereum, maybe 17, 1800, didn't get there either. Therefore, the red pattern remains. If that is the case, I would expect us to follow this blue box. The blue box is, well, it starts, there's actually really good confluence between the 61.8% retrace of this larger wave 1 impulse, the larger degree wave 1. That's the top of the box, right around $15. There is also the equivalence that A equals C in terms of length of the waves. So if that is the case, our 1.0 extension off this AB puts us right around $14.25. So there's confluence in that $14 to $15 range. And therefore, it's a very strong target. I can't see us going too far into this blue box if we do turn back around and come down to finish off this pullback. That wouldn't be a bad thing, though, because we'd have a more complete second wave. It would make me more confident that we actually do have a completed 1-2 setup on our way, and you get more of a sale. We're sitting around $34.80 right now. That would take us down to about $14. So it could be 50% downside from here. Not to scare anyone who's playing to hodl this stuff. again, it would be good for the long term. There's nothing that has been done to invalidate our big picture pattern. We look at the historic structure of this whole thing. While I was looking at this as potentially a first wave, there's a chance that we are following a larger diagonal pattern, which I'm not going to dig too much into in this video, but we came just short of our 1.0 extension of this larger 1.2 that dates back all the way to 2016 all the way to this pullback. Several of the other altcoins are following what I am recognizing as a diagonal, with this being a large 1.2 and this being a third wave in a diagonal. If that is the case, well, that makes a stronger case that we should see a bit lower, because, well, if this is a fourth wave, we should go a little bit lower than this. Just as I mentioned in other videos, in the diagonal, your fourth wave does overlap the top of the first wave. We've done that so far, but it would look even better with more of a pullback. If that is the case, our fifth wave in this large diagonal pattern would, well, we'd be looking at upwards of $1,000 to $2,800, maybe more than that. I'm not going to go that far out yet because, well, it's a little early. Not sure where we are within this smaller structure. Are we done? Are we rallying? If we do turn around and rally up, this greenish box here is projected based on falling to our ideal target around 1425. So if we are falling green, this would be a little bit higher, but based on our red pattern, we should be getting ourselves between $69 and $178. That would be the approximate target for a subwave one within this larger structure. But again, knowing that we are potentially following a larger long-term diagonal pattern, as we are in many other cryptos, we may not be projecting as high immediately, but hey, if you get to $69 from where we are right now, that's 2x from here just for the one wave, the first wave alone, and that would be a minimum upside target. So that's pretty good. So keep on your toes, get your buying plans ready if you are planning to buy. I'm getting itchy, twitchy trigger fingers myself right now. I wish I had bought the dip because I broke my own principle there. I always want to buy on the third wave, the C wave down. I failed to do so. I actually did it in the SPX. We had a big crash. I bought a 1/3 position there. Short-term trade, option trades, not as good luck in those. So get ready to buy, and you may be in love with Ethereum Classic. It may have traded you well before, but remember, these are altcoins. They're very high risk, high reward. So if you like one, learn to like a bunch of them. Buy 7 or 8 of them. That is exactly what I plan to do. I'm going to have a lot of content on how to pick which cryptos, what my risk reward ratios are. That would include how robust the long-term pattern is, as well as alerts on when I'm buying, what I'm buying. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss those. And if you enjoyed my video, please give me a like. Till next time, thank you for watching and happy trading.